Hi everyone. Today I would like to discuss about 18 electron rule. So this 18 electron rule is a very important topic which it covers a major important questions will comes under for examination purpose of this concept. So before going into the concept, please subscribe my channel so you will be getting all the notifications. So whatever I have done the videos on regarding the concepts. Okay, so let's go into the concept. So first, what is an 18 electron rule? In different textbooks it has given a different formula version of solving the 18 electron rule, but here I am producing you and one of the easiest way to calculate the 18 electron rule for a complexes. Okay, see, in order to follow the 18 electron rule we should follow three criteria. Okay, so the first thing is we should know valence shell electrons of a metal. So in a complex, if a metal is present, so for example a metal is bonded with a ligand, is it? So when this bond is formed, you should know first the valence shell electrons present in the metal. Okay, so first you should know the electrons present, valence shell electrons present in the metal. Okay, that is the first criteria. Coming to the second criteria, electron distribution of a ligand to the metal. So the second thing you should know, how many electrons does the ligand contribute to the metal. It is the second criteria, that is the contribution of an electrons by the ligand to the metal. It is one of the second important criteria to calculate the 18 electron rule. So coming to the third one, if a charge is present in the complex, we should, if the minus charge, suppose for example if minus charge is present, we'll calculate and add it as a plus. If plus charge is present on the complex, we'll take it as a minus. So these are the three major important criteria to follow the 18 electron rule. So let us have a shortcut detail for following the valence shell. See, in this video, all of you please listen till to the end of the video. That's why you will be getting the concept as well as the examples regarding the concept. So I'm requesting everyone to please follow the complete video to get a good information regarding the concept. If you have listened clearly and follow this, you will be very clear in 18 electron rule. Okay, let's move into the first thing. So how to know valence shell electrons of a metal? Okay, so in that we know that the valence shell electron of a metal, see, as the series of 3D, 4D and 5D series. So this is the division according to if what are the 3 electrons present metals and 4 electrons present in the valence shell metals and 5 electrons present in the valence shell and 6 electrons present in the valence shell, then 7 electrons present in the valence shell and 8 electrons, and then follow with 9 electrons, 10 electrons, 11 electrons and 12 electrons. This is the table. It gives a very clear informative for you to immediately trace out the valence electrons present in the metal. So immediately it will be very helpful for you to calculate the 18 electron rule, isn't it? Have you seen the difference type of different electrons, valence shell electron present in the metal? Okay, so this is the 3D series starting from scandium to here zinc, in the same way 4D series, then 5D series. Okay, this is the first criteria of for us to calculate the valence shell electrons present in the metal. So what is our second criteria is that we want to see the electron contribution of a ligand to the metal. This is our second criteria. So in order to calculate the electron contribution by the ligand to the metal, so we have been seeing the two different methods of calculating the electrons contribution by the ligand to the metal. So one is ionic method, another is neutral atom method. So we can follow any one of the method to calculate the what is the electronic contribution of a ligand to the metal. Okay, so first seeing it's the thing, only the difference is that suppose this is the metal ligand bond and in the same way metal ligand. For let us see the difference, how the distribution of electrons by the ligand to the metal varies in two methods. Always see that we know that in general there is then two types of cleavages, that is nothing but homolytic cleavage and heterolytic cleavage. Okay, so always ionic method will follows an heterolytic cleavage. But what about the neutral atom method? It follows an homolytic cleavage. So what is the difference between the homolytic and heterolytic cleavage? In coming to the homolytic cleavage, suppose if a metal a ligand is formed, the distribution or the cleavage in an equal manner. So what happens if the cleavage is done in this way? The metal get one electron and ligand get one electron. This is the equal distribution of the electrons. Coming to the heterolytic cleavage, if the metal and ligand bond is present in way, the two electrons are oriented towards in one direction. See, if these two electrons are moves towards the ligand, what happens? The metal will obviously get plus charge and ligand get minus charge. In order to calculate, if suppose in this case, how many electrons present in this case for ligand, how many electrons does ligand contribute to the metal? It is 2 electrons. But what is about the case here for homolytic cleavage? How many electron does ligand contribute to the metal? Is 1 electron. Have you understand the difference? This is the way how the variation will be shown in the difference in the contribution of an electrons by the ligand to the metal. Okay, if it follows an heterolytic cleavage, it comes under ionic method. If it is an homolytic cleavage, we will be getting a neutral atom method. So let us see few examples of how both for example, some few examples of calculating the electronic distribution in ionic method and neutral atom method. So first I am taking, for example, one of the, see, suppose this is the one of the compound. In this case, let us calculate according to ionic method how many electrons, according to neutral atom method how many electrons. See, this is the metal and this is the carbon. So in order to this, you should also be very clear in heptacity. Okay, so heptacity, I have done one video on related to heptacity. I will share the link in the description box. You can follow this heptacity also to make very easy the concept. Okay, so see, in this case, suppose if it is follows an ionic method, this is the bond present between the metal and the carbon. So if the bond shift towards like this in the ionic method, what happens? What is the, how many electrons? 2 electrons. But suppose if neutral atom method means, what happens? The cleavage will be, so for the same compound, if it is a neutral atom method, the cleavage is in this way. So how many electrons? Equal distribution of electron, that is 1 electron. Have you understand, students? So this is the concept of understanding how the electronic distribution. Let us see one more example, as I'm taking an alkene and alkyne case. Okay, suppose if double bond and triple bond case is present. Okay, so what happens? Suppose if it is a double bond, a metal and carbon in between double bond is present. This is the case of triple bond present in between metal and the carbon. So first, what happens if it follows an, according to neutral atom method, how the cleavage will be? So first cleavage of first one bond, that means it goes as like this, first bond breakage of first bond, the cleavage, and further again later the cleavage, it gives the total of 2 electrons each. So the electronic contribution of the ligand is 2 electrons, one electron from first bond cleavage and second electron from second bond cleavage, 2 electrons. Suppose if what in the case of ionic method of the same double bond, see first for example, if you are following same metal double bond case for ionic method, so what happens, the first shifting of total electrons towards one side, and again in the second case also you will be getting, see, plus and minus, it will be getting again the shifting of again towards it to at a ligand side. So how many total, 2 electrons from first bond shifting and second bond cleavage, that is heterolytic cleavage towards carbon, that is nothing but 4 electrons. Have you understand? This is the difference between neutral atom method and ionic method. So in the same case, if you see for the triple bond also, obviously neutral atom method, it follows, see, in this way. See how the sequential it goes on. So how many? 1, 2, 3. So according to neutral atom method, if the cleavage of takes place, homolytic cleavage takes place for triple bond, the case is 3 electrons. So obviously what happens in the case of an ionic method? Just double this, okay? See, the triple bond is present. So the case is that M triple bond C. Okay, if it goes for an ionic method, first cleavage, second heterolytic cleavage, and third heterolytic cleavage. So from first one, 2 electrons, 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is nothing but 6 electrons. Okay, so this is the way you should understand. So this basic will be very helpful for you to understand the, I have given you a very detailed information for our second criteria, which is nothing but in the form of table form. I had provided you the distribution of an electron, see, in this manner. So how these are all the ligands I have taken in LH side, in the middle ionic method, and this side neutral ligand method. So this is a very clear information and it will be helpful you a lot. Okay, so you can understand the concept as I told you before with examples, how the distribution as per ionic and as per neutral atom method, it follows in this way. Okay, so for example, here hydrogen is there. If metal and hydrogen bond is formed, if it is an ionic method, heterolytic, so 2 electrons goes towards the ligand, so the electronic distribution by the ligand is 2. But whereas metal and hydrogen bond is present, what happens? So I am telling just a simple example for just taking one here. So see, okay, how metal form complete of heterolytics, that's why 2 electrons. See, homolytic, so 1 electron. Okay, so with this reference you can follow all this information I have provided completely. See, so the hydrogen, the case is ionic method 2 electrons, neutral atom method 1, chlorine, bromine, iodine as ionic method 2, neutral atom method 1. And I am telling one more thing, you should follow either any one of the method. Okay, mostly here I am using neutral atom method only. So this for comparative I am giving you the complete information. For OH, OR, ionic method 2 and neutral ligand method 1. For cyanide 2 in the case of ionic, but neutral atom 1, and NO linear case 2 as NO plus. Okay, so the loss of 1 electron, so 3, but in neutral ligand 3. Okay, 2 from nitrogen, 1 from oxygen, that's why 3. Okay, bent, it is 2 NO and 1. See, in the case of COPR3 2 1, ammonia and water 2 and 2, carbene condition double bond, we have seen already the example 2 and 2. See carbene case, how CNR 2 2, double bond O, double bond S, just as alkene case, homo and hetero format you can see. And what happens of carbide? See 3 case 3 3. Okay, so in the same way as like this. Okay, triple bond case 6 and 3, just we have seen before, alkyne case. And ethylene diamine 4 4, bipyrimidine 4 4, butadiene 4 4, and eta 3, its heptacity itself 3, as it is minus plus 1 it will form, but here it is 3. And what about eta 5 complex? The distribution of ligand is 6 and here 5. Eta 6 6 and 6. What happens about for eta 7 case? See eta 7, it is 6 and 7. Okay, so this is the thing we have seen in the 2 criteria. So what about in our first, see the thing, these are all the, I have told in the starting itself, we have to follow these 3 criteria. First and second we have seen in detail with explanation. Okay, the third one is if charge is present, you want to follow this. So now let's go and implement the some of the examples for calculating the. Okay, let us see some of the examples. So what happens, first example I am taking as FeCN6 3 minus. So what is the, how many, first thing is valence shell electrons present in the metal, that is iron is 8, plus how many electrons does Cn donate according to neutral atom method 1, how many Cn is there into 6. So here minus 3 is present. So what I told you, you should take reverse of this, that is plus 3. What happens? 8 plus 9 is equals to 17. It does not obey 18 electron rule. Okay, have you understood? Second one, MnCO6 plus. Okay, so what the case of manganese, how many valence shell electrons present in the metal? 7. So plus how many electrons does CO donates to the metal according to neutral atom method 2, and so how many is present here? 6, plus charge is there, we will be taking minus 1, that is nothing but 7 plus 11 is equals to 18. Okay, next let us see the third example. Okay, I am taking another HMnCO5. Okay, so what the case of here, already we have seen 7, plus how many electrons does hydrogen donate? 1. What about the case of carbide CO? It donates 2. How many is there? 5 is there. Is there any charge? No. So what is it? 8 plus 10 is equals to 18. I think this is, have you understood? Let us see few more examples. Okay, so it will be very helpful for you to understand clearly. Okay, eta 5 C5H5, then FeCO2Cl. Okay, so if you see the case of here, what about the iron here? 8 plus how many ligand contributed by this? 5, plus what about the CO? 2 into 2 plus 1. So what the total you will be getting? 8 plus 10 is nothing but 18. Okay, so let's see one more example. Okay, I am sure that if you are clear in this concept, you can be able to solve all the any sort of problems regarding the 18 electron rule. So let us see the final example. As ruthenium complex I have taken. See, number of ligands was present in it. Okay, so what happens this case? Ruthenium you will be getting 8, plus whatever the case of this maximum 5 is, its heptacity is, or electron donating is 5, plus chlorine case is 1, plus what about the carbonyl? It is 2, phosphine is also 2. If you see the total, you will be getting 18. Okay, I hope it was very clear to you students. So once again I'm telling you, please subscribe my channel and it will be helpful for you to get the further notification. So I'm sharing all the related links of Heptacity in the description box. Please go through that. It will be very helpful. Thank you. Have a pleasant reading.